Okay, so, well, you can see behind me, I'm not at the farmhouse. And you can also see there's a little bit of snow on the ground. So this Missouri weather is just out of control. It was like 80s last week, and now I don't know, I think the overnight low was like 17 last night, and tonight, crazy. But I will be at the farmhouse in just a minute, but I have a little adventure that I have to take before I get there. So just keep following along. I'll be there in just a few minutes. All right, I'm tired, but I'm home. Made a quick trip, flew last night to Denver, picked up this Suburban. I've been needing a heavier duty vehicle to pull trailers, so this is a 2500. Has a higher towing capacity than the other one, and with my wife's business, we're traveling to a lot of conferences and stuff pulling the trailer, and we just needed something that would do better. So back to the farm tomorrow. All right, so I got everything figured out, settled up with the new car, got temp tags on it, ready to go. So back at the farmhouse, trim. This week I'm going to get the living room and the bedroom trimmed out the best I can. Maybe not the windows, but at least the doors and the floorboards, because they want to start bringing some furniture in the next week or so. And then also I stopped and picked up a toilet, so I'll be putting a toilet in here in the bathroom, and then we'll see what else I can get done. I need to, for this utility closet under the stairs, that's just a slab door. It doesn't have a jamb, so I bought some boards to make a door jamb for that. So maybe I'll get that done, get that hung. And then I also need to, I kind of forgot about it, but I need to get closet doors put on there. All right, so when they put this flooring in, they just went over the top of the pipe I had stubbed up here, and the flange is going to have to go on there. And you don't want to screw the flange through the floor, because that floor is supposed to float and be able to expand and contract and move around. So what I'm going to do is just mark around and cut that flooring back so that I can set that flange in place. Alright, before I put this toilet in, I need to put this valve on here so I can get back in here with my crimping tool. It'll be a lot harder once the toilet's in. Okay, so It used to be that when you bought a toilet, you just got the toilet and then you had to go buy all the hardware. You had to get your wax ring and you had to get your mounting bolts and all of that stuff you had to buy separate. Now, almost, maybe all, I'm not going to say all, but maybe all toilets that you buy will come with all of that stuff. I don't know of any that don't come with it. All the toilets I've put in the last probably 10 years, they come with the wax ring, and probably inside here is the bolts. And yeah, so you have your wax ring, you have your mounting bolts. There are even the good rings that have the little plastic baffle that kind of fits down into the toilet flange and just helps direct all of the stuff that comes out of the toilet down the pipe. So that's a good thing. And then you also have, typically in your seat package, you'll have all the hardware to mount the seat, and then you also have the caps that go over the bolts on the bottom of the toilet. So all of that comes in there, and you shouldn't have to buy anything else. They come with these little bolt locks. They're just plastic, fit on there. So you slide your bolt into the groove, and then you slide those locks down, and these bolts actually fit pretty tight, but a lot of times they're loose and floppy in there, especially if you use a cheap flange, and they want to fall over. So those locks just help hold that all in place. And then when you put your wax ring on, some people will just set it in place there. But then, you know, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen once you put this toilet in place, if it's going to stay where it's supposed to go or anything like that. So I typically will take it like this and center it up. And usually it will stay in place and not go anywhere. Okay, and this one is really easy because instead of having a metal nut that fits over there, and typically you'll have this little plastic flange that the cap goes on, and then you have a nut loose that goes on there. This is all built in one, so it's kind of interesting. So we'll see how this goes. And then you have the never-ending debate of, do you caulk around the floor or do you not? Some people say you do, some people say you don't. I say you don't. And the reason being is that if that wax ring ever leaks, you want to know if there's water coming out from there. If you caulk all the way around this toilet and that wax ring leaks, you're trapping water underneath there, and your floor and your subfloor will literally rot away, and you'll never even see it until this toilet just starts rocking and maybe falls through the floor. So I don't caulk it because I want to see if there's a leak. And then these decorative caps just go on like this. They actually did a really good job in designing this one. A lot of times those bolts stick way up and you have to cut them off, and then by the time you cut them off, you've loosened everything back up again. So this just went in pretty good. And then you have your tank. Somewhere in your package there will be a seal. Sometimes it's already on here depending on what brand of toilet you get. And again, this has just these plastic screws or plastic nuts here, so it's all just kind of already done for you on this one. Make sure you get that washer. And then you'll notice on your toilet base that you have these lips that stick up here. And when you mash this seal down by tightening those nuts up, you'll pull this thing down. And you want to try to get it snug against there so it's not wiggling around or anything. And then finally the seat goes on there. So these will have a cover that pops up. Sometimes they pop completely off. This one just pops up. Drop your screws down in there. Nut underneath. And your lid, and the one thing I did forget to get is the supply line, so I can't hook it up yet, which doesn't matter because I don't even have water connected to the house yet. Well, it's times like this that being a one-man show is not so great. I got a 4-foot double closet door and a whole bunch of cabinets and a butcher block got to bring in, and that butcher block is heavy. Okay, well, I was about to start installing these cabinets, and I started laying them out. I took the doors off of this pantry because they opened this way, which doesn't make sense, so I was going to flip them around. But while I was doing that, started putting it in place and trying to get it leveled up, plumbed up, and then I started thinking about what needs to go here, and the sink needs to be in the middle of the window. So the way I measured this is a 18-inch, which is this cabinet, and then a 24-inch pantry. But this is not a 24-inch pantry, it's an 18-inch pantry, so that's not gonna work. So I guess that one gets to go back to the store, but I'm gonna go ahead and attach the drawers and the sink base together and kind of get them set in place. All right, well, I've got to cut out the back of the sink base for my plumbing and my outlet there. So I'm gonna move this over here and get things measured and just cut those out. All right, so there's an idea. If you can just imagine the pantry over there and the sink there. Cut that out. And then a dishwasher right there. Refrigerator over here. So we're getting closer. Okay, so that's it for this week. I've got the cabinets that I've got set in place. Got the other one loaded up, ready to take back. I got the fan fixed. I got some baseboard put in here. I have not done around the doors yet because we want to make sure that there's enough of this to do all the baseboard first and then kind of figure out where to go from there. If we need to get some more baseboard or get some more trim or do something different. But for now, I've got the living room, bedroom are both done in baseboard. And then next week, I'll be working on getting those closet doors installed and getting prepped for tile in the bathroom, around the shower, and then getting this pantry and all these set in place, countertop permanently in place, getting ready for the dishwasher, sink. So lots to come. So stay tuned. See you next week. Thanks for watching.